Hi, and welcome back to another car conversation. Happy Fantastic Friday to each and every one of you. I don't know where you live, but here in the DMV, it has been raining all day long. And it, not only is it raining, but it's a bit chilly outside. Right now it's 47 degrees. So I'm going to get this video done really quickly. I got to make a quick run so I can get back home because today me and my sister have our hair appointments. And I need to make sure I'm where I need to be so I can be there on time. Now, let's jump right on. Well, before I jump in, let me say this. If you're new to my channel, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I do car conversations every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to tap the bell because I don't want you to miss any uploads. And give this video a thumbs up because it helps with the algorithm. And for those of you that do that, I thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those of you that share my videos, I really, really thank you all, okay? So, and if this is not your first rodeo, welcome back. And make sure you do the same as well if you haven't already subscribed, and give this video a thumbs up. Now, today I'm going to be talking about toxic people that you must cut out of your life. I have 5 types of people, and then I'm going to bid you good day. Number 1 is the competitor. They may want to see you do well, but they don't want to see you do better than them. And it's sad, it is beyond sad, that there are people around us who, yeah, they cheer you on because they want to see you do good. They just don't want you to do better than them. So you've got to keep your eyes open. You've got to look for the red flags. What are the red flags, you ask? Well, one would be if you have somebody that's close to you and that person, they encourage you. They do. They encourage you. And then they'll say things like, oh, you know, I think that's, sorry, I'm trying to adjust my seat. They'll say things like, oh, I think that's great, but I don't know, if you do this, what if it doesn't work out? Or what if nobody supports it? You know, things like that. And the thing that they're telling you may not work out or may not be supported is more than likely the thing that will be supported, that people will love. But they're going to discourage you when you say, hey, you know, I'm thinking about doing ABC. And they'll go, I don't know, maybe you should do X, Y, Z. Because see, they know ABC is going to get you more followers. It's going to put more money in your pocket, and it's going to make a name for you. And again, they don't want you doing better than them. Number 2, the user. They will only love you as much as they can use you. As soon as you no longer give them what they want, they disappear. And I think all of us have experienced a time in our lives where there was someone around us. I don't know if it's somebody you were dating or what, maybe a family member, friend, I don't know, it doesn't even matter, that they loved you as long as you were handing out the money or as long as you were swiping that card. Boy, they loved you. And then when you cut them off, they had no use for you. No reason for them to be around you. Why? Because you weren't giving them the money. So I'm not going to say, because people have a weird way of loving us that's just unreal to me. If I love you with my whole heart. I love everything about you. You're the ups, the downs, the goods, and the good and the bad. Some people I love only with the love of Christ. Come on now. Others I love with all of me, just like I love all of you. But those people that just want to use you, baby, all they do, they love what you do for them. They don't really love you. They love the fact that they're always going in their pockets to give you money or to pay for things, or they'll be, hey, come on, let's go hang out and do ABC, X, Y, Z. Why? Because they know you picking up the tab. But as soon as you cut it off, they're cutting you off. Number 3, the blamer. They make you feel guilty and never take responsibility. Their manipulation goes so far that you even start to believe that you are to blame. And that's I'm gonna tell you something, that takes a lot of skill for people to be able to blame you for everything and actually make you feel like you're the problem. Case in point, in relationships, how often do you find that one person cheats, right? Maybe both, but one person cheats, they get caught, and then they're pointing the finger at you. Well, guess what? If you were doing this and if you were doing that, I wouldn't have had to step outside the relationship. Not realizing that regardless of what you did or did not do, there still was not an invitation for them to step outside of the relationship. Come on now. No, it wasn't. Because here's the thing. If you're not happy with the person you're with, leave. There's no reason to cheat. Just leave. But when people don't leave, there's a reason why they're not going to leave. They're keeping you around for a reason. And it could go back to what I said in number 2. It could be the user. I don't know. Some people, well, it could be the user, but it also could be someone that knows that if they leave you, they're going to be losing out on a whole lot of stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Especially in marriages, we see it all the time, right? People don't want to they don't want to be in that relationship, but they don't want to get married. I mean, not married. They don't want to get divorced either, because they know they stand a chance of losing so much that they have worked so hard for. And I get it. But one thing's for certain, two things for sure. Me personally, Michelle, I'm not going to be miserable because I'm worrying about stuff. Yeah, we built this, and guess what? If you built it once, God will allow you to rebuild it. So this is to those of you that are hanging on by a thread, you know, that little bitty thread. You're just hanging on in that relationship because you're worried about losing that home or that car or that half of that bank account. Baby, let it go. Let it go, because there's no reason why you should want to, I'm going to say, displease God because you're worried about that bank account. Let me move on. Number 4, the complainer. They will steal your peace by complaining about the same things they aren't willing to change. Come on, somebody. Come on. If that's not the pot calling the kettle, okay? You can't complain about things that you're not willing to change. You complain that your significant other doesn't want to do anything. All they want to do is lounge around the house and do nothing. Well, are you coming up with ideas of things to do? You complain about lack of communication in that relationship, and as far as that goes, it doesn't matter what type of relationship, but you complain about lack of of communication. But are you willing to change? Are you willing to be open to communicate? See, we want sometimes people to communicate with us, but we don't give it back. You cannot complain about the same things, because as I've said before, if you don't, what you tolerate, you choose. And if you're not happy, one thing, let me say this. Life is too short to go around complaining about everything. Yes, we all get dissatisfied with people, places, and things. But if I have to constantly complain all the time about anything, then it's time for me to move on. Because I'm not going to spend my life complaining about stuff. For what reason? Especially if it's not changing. So again, you're unhappy in this relationship. You're unhappy on your job. Yet you keep coming every single day. Yet you complain. Why are you there? If you don't like the job, you don't like the way they do things, you can't stand your coworkers, go find another job. Start your own business. I don't know. But why keep complaining when you're not trying to be a part of the solution? And that's one thing that I can't stand, is when you have people that all they do is complain, but they're not trying to be a part of the solution. Number 5, last but not least, the abuser. They abuse your forgiveness, your trust, and your loyalty. They abuse everything you give them, and you will only realize it when they're no longer in your life. Think about that for a second, and remember, your well-being is important. Your well-being is important. That's a perfect way to end this video, by, again, looking for the red flags. If you have someone in your life and they abuse you in every area of your life, mentally, physically, and everything in between, baby, you need to cut that off. And the sad part about it is that we get so caught up with putting on that hat of love that we don't see that we're being abused. Now, you know it if this person is putting their hands on you. That's something completely different. But that mental abuse, oh, that runs deep. Excuse me, my eyes itching. That mental abuse, it runs deep, and you only realize it after that person's no longer part of your life. And then, and not only that, you realize that when that person's no longer part of your life, and you have somebody else in your life that treats you like the king or the queen that you are. And then you go, wow, I spent all that time with Derek or with Candace or whatever that person's name is, and I never was treated this way. And it's too bad that we only realize it after the relationship is over. So again, look for the red flags. And the 9 times out of 10, those flags, they're waving right in front of your face. They're waving right here. And you just don't see it because you're so caught up with loving this person. You're so caught up with being determined to make it work. I can raise my hand. I've been down that road before where you are determined. I'm going to make this work. And you overlook the abuse that you receive. Again, not physically, but it's that mental stuff. You know, the people that manipulate you to make you think and do things that you don't really want to do, but they do it so well because they're good at the game that you actually feel good about doing things that you don't even want to do. I need you all to keep your eye out for the abuser. And if you have loved ones in your life, be it your inner circle, your family, or whatever the case may be, and you see this, I need you to poke your friend on the shoulder and say, listen, I'm telling you this because I love you. I'm telling you this because that person is mentally abusing you, your trust. And here's a good example of the trust where, and again, my hand is raised, been down that road where somebody cheats on you and then you take them back and you believe them and they do it again and you take them back and you believe them. But here's the thing, there's an old saying that says, cheat on me the first time, shame on you. Cheat on me the second time, shame on me. Because you took them back. I've come to a point in my life where if you do it once, that's enough for me. Because I'm not going to allow it to be another time. Been down that road before, and I'll be daggone if I'm going to ever do that again. I'm just not. It is what it is. Your well-being is important. You're worried about their feelings. Oh, they're so sad. They're crying. No, they're crying because they got caught. They're crying and because they realize that you have opened your mind and you now know that you've been used all this time, and they're crying and they're upset because they can no longer manipulate you. That's the problem. And like I said, I've seen it, so I know what that looks like. It's like, you know what? I thought I could get over. No, you got over the first time, but we're not going to do it again. Okay? So I need you to make sure you are not allowing people to compete with you, which holds you back from doing the great things that God has called you to do and the things that you and your gifts and your talents were made for. I need you to watch out for the user, that person that as long as you're extending your hand or going into that wallet, boy, they're just as happy as a bowl of crap with flies on it. They're just happy. But as soon as you take all of that back, oh, here's a good example, y'all. You know how God blesses us, right? God blesses us in spite of us. A lot of times God blesses us with things that we don't even deserve. You know it and I know it, and God definitely knows it. But he blesses you. But as soon as God cuts the blessings off, what do most people do? They stop going to church. They stop praying. They stop getting in their word. Because their thing is, well, what for? God ain't blessing me. Honey, even if God didn't answer a prayer that I asked for, I'm not running away from him. I still love God. I still love God whether he's given me something or not. You know why? Because that love is real. It's unconditional. It's not, God, I love you as long as you're blessing me. It's, God, I love you, period. There have been many times that I've asked God for things that he didn't come through on, not quite the way I asked for it, or maybe not at all, but I still love God nonetheless, because I know that he knows what's best for me. So see, we even abuse God, but God is not a fool. He knows that he's being used, and he's going to allow you to think you're in control until he's ready to crack the whip and say, no more. Whew, the blamer. Let's watch out for people that want to blame us for things that they do and then make it seem like we're in the wrong. I didn't make you cheat, boo. You cheated because you wanted to. You cheated because you thought the grass was greener on the other side of the fence. Don't make it seem like I made you do it. The complainer, that person complains all the time, but they don't want to make change. If you don't like something, then move on. Stop complaining about it. If you're one of my clients and we're talking and you complain about the same thing, I'm going to stop you mid-sentence and say, okay, you know what? Stop. We know what the problem is. What is the solution? What are you going to do to fix it? What are you going to do to make it better? That's all I want to know, because I've heard the complaint. I know what it is. It's time to fix it. We're not going to keep going down this road. And then the abuser. Definitely with physical abuse, never should you tolerate that. But someone that's abusing you mentally, you better cut them off, baby. Cut them off. because they're toxic and you don't need that in your life. And as I'm finishing this up, y'all, I'm putting on my seatbelt because I got to get move on. But listen, I love you all so very much. I truly do. Lord knows I love you all, and I want nothing but the best for you. This is why I do what I do. My job is to encourage, to motivate, and to inspire you to be the best you possible, to reach for the moon. Stop just settling with what's on the dew on the grass, honey. I want you to reach to the moon and beyond, because you were made for big things. There's so much greatness in you. I need you to realize it and step out there and be the awesome person that God has called you to be. Having said that, I love you all, and we will talk again tomorrow.